Hello everyone, please sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just trying to connect with Omoyole Sowore and then he's gonna join us shortly. Just please stand by and I want him to come live on Zoom and then I will start the interview proper. Kindly help me share this important video. Let's invite as many people as possible because this is a very critical time in our nation's history, and it is important that we do everything to make sure that we are on track. This we've been on this thing for such a very long time now, and we cannot repeat, we cannot allow anybody to distract us or to derail us. We are very close to our mission. This is what we all have been working for a very long time. So please, it is important that we spread this message far and wide. Let us invite as many people as possible. Please, it is very important that we invite as many people as possible. Okay, just stand by, guys, stand by. My mic is full. All right, everybody. Sorry. I'd like to welcome you guys to today's very important program. And with me in the studio, without wasting any time, is the one and only Omoyele Sowore. You guys know him. You guys love him. Hey, Baba Show. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you. Good afternoon from Abuja. Uh,
Yes, yes,
it's good
yes.
to be back on your show.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is the
Uh,
best time to have you. Yo, I know you are on so many, you're needed in so many places, so I'm gonna go straight to the point. Um, how are you feeling? How are you? How are you?
I'm completely okay, as you can see. Very good. Thank you for asking.
Because that's what's on everybody's mind. They want to know how is your right? See, Chidi, forget about all these things. How is he?
Yeah, I know. I understand. And I think this is not the first time people get worried about me.
Yeah,
I know during the campaigns when people will watch us and will run into all kinds of crises, they'll be like, "What's going on?" Because maybe we run out of internet or we're trying to hide our live streams. Those of you who are used to that should be used to now. I'm fine, and there was
exactly.
no, contrary to what was painted, nobody touched me, and because I wouldn't let that happen anywhere. So
I know. That's I was telling people were like, why is he showing that in? I said, you don't know Sowore. Sowore shows everything. It needs people to see what we. It's not if you thought it was something what you wouldn't have shown it. So, but explain to us exactly what happened in that protest ground.
no, it's you see, as I always say to our people, I'm an equal opportunity offender. And as a result, I've offended people to last me for the rest of my life. So, and I bring it to an example too, which is it's not recent history, but it's part of history. It was like Malcolm X. When Malcolm X was about to be killed, he was asked a question. He said, because he was having problem with Elijah, who was the head of the Muslim Brotherhood. I mean, the nation. Is it
Nation of Islam.
It's like
Nation of Islam.
Nation of Islam. Sorry, I forgot.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Oh
yeah.
man, I'm getting old now. Nation of Islam, and they were having issues with him. The state wanted to kill him. That's the government, but they couldn't kill him directly. So they created crisis within the Nation of Islam, so that they will be able to evade the decision the blame of killing him. And when he was asked, he said. And I can't forget that clip where he said, "I'm probably dead," you know. But in my own case, I was probably dead was as far back as my university days. These guys have always been after me. Expelled twice. I was attacked, injected when I was like 24 years, 23 years old, and everything after then has been like borrowed times. What I was trying to tell you now, going back to what happened yesterday, is that they've been planning it. It's like they put a bounty on my head the moment they knew that Revolution Now had become a household name and we had become the minesweeper, clearing the street for people to have the courage to go out there and confront the Buhari regime. Because until we came on board, everybody was afraid of Buhari because of what they did to Chide, what they did to IPOB members. There's several operations that like this randomly killing people extrajudicially, with SARS and several other killer squads that they have. But when we came on board and people saw that I went to prison for 5 months, jail for 5 months, came out and we still continued, they knew that these people are going to turn their attention to us. So, and we did August 5. It was an impromptu, unexpected strike protest that caught them unawares, including the media. That was what made um,
Femia.
Mr. Additional to say it was a
Adesina.
child play. Yes. So then after August 5, we did the Independence Day thing, which you participated. We had over 20 cities across the country. And like, wow, so it's possible to challenge this local despot. And then came October 1, then the first NSAS protest was held in Abuja. Well, I won't say the first, but we was the first to go to the national headquarters of the police, and we was led by members of the revolution. I was there. We took blood there and splashed blood all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the next day, which was Friday, everybody caught on it. So I'm giving you these timelines so you can understand. But the other issue is that the thing that unites the PDP and the APC is Sowore. And then there are also people who are in the social media sector. Some of them are called very powerful influencers, but they're also connected to power. They just basically put a bounty on our head. Like, where do these guys think they came from? Why would they be the ones leading this protest? Even though majority of our people were the ones on this. So the attacks started happening from Friday when it seized our leaflets in Lagos. And then there's a guy called Macaroni who pretty much said that, oh, we are bad people, people should. So the attack started like that. And then you go to the remnants of Goodluck Jonathan regime, who always never liked Sahara reporters. And then also Sahara reporters exposing a plan to truncate uh, the protest last Friday. They just got all upset, and they kept coming on my timeline. But I don't get worried about that. And but I've been to the protest from day one. Apart from the one I started, I was there on Sunday. I was there on Monday. I was not there on Tuesday, but because I had other things to do. And yesterday I decided to go there. And the moment they cited me, I knew that they were up to something. So first they lied that I was coming from the National Assembly, even though I just dropped off from a taxi. And luckily enough, I was live streaming that as I dropped off from the taxi and walking towards them. And I walked through the police cordon. And then some of these guys saw me, about three of them. Oh, Sowore is here. He wants to hijack our protest. So I went to the front and was like, hey, listen, uh, why are you wasting your time here? That's the gate of the National Assembly. Take it, just take on the gate. And these guys kept insisting that I was trying to hijack the protest and asked me to leave. Of course, I stood my ground. It's like, you have no right to tell anybody to leave the protest because no Nigerian is nobody's more Nigerian at the protest side than the other. And then they turned to what I was wearing. I said, why are you wearing Revolution Now t-shirt? I insisted that you have no right to tell people what to wear to a protest. And they said, oh, yesterday we shut down the gay people. I told them you have no right to also shut down gay people because every people is people. And so just a few vocal minority among them then mobilized a few of them. And they started shouting, oh, we don't want Sowore. But then when people overheard them, they came over like, what's going on here? So I resisted that and didn't leave. But I knew what they were doing. And I said that after the encounter, that they just want a clip. They want the footage, which that's why I knew it was well planned to show that there was resistance against me. Before we could say Jack Robinson, they had put this, they had run away and put the clip. I stayed back. So when other people who were corralled into this saw that, they then started apologizing to me. And then I addressed them. I stayed back. And when I was leaving, the footage is on. So this was live streamed both on Sahara Reporter and also on my Facebook page.
It's on our channel too.
When I was leaving, it was a plot. They followed me. Yes. Okay. They followed me like in large numbers when I was leaving, and started shouting, Sowore is our leader, NSAS now. All these things were covered by my live stream. I didn't know channels even had that. So there was nothing in what they presented to the public compared, it was truthful about what happened. They made it sound like, oh, they asked me to leave and I just ran away or like I was pushed away. Of course, they tried to shove me, but people around me, people who came and knew what they were up to, did not allow that to happen. So they eventually left. You understand? And then they started coming back one after the other, some of them, not all of them, apologizing to me. So I was there. I even saw Tokwe Fashwa. But, as they were doing that, they have social media influencers who have been paid for this kind of work. They were just like, in fact, they were saying it openly on Twitter that if you need money to retweet that Sowore was disgraced, please send you credit. It was all well orchestrated and planned. But for me, I wasn't worried because I'm used to it. One thing I didn't do was to succumb to the bullying. When one of them later came and said, well, the problem is your uniform. I asked him, you're wearing a red t-shirt. He said, yes. What is written on it? Indiana. Oh, I said, does that sound like NSAS? Most of them who were complaining about the uniform did not even wear NSAS themselves. And I asked them, when Davido came to the meeting on Sunday with a winter hat, red, why didn't you ask him to go and put on an NSAS cap? It was all cooked up, But what they wanted to achieve was to get a footage of this contrived resistance against Sowore and then SARS, and then went to town with it. They were like, because it was all planned. You remember that the Jonathan people had done a video saying that, oh, we lied about the fact that there were billions that had been assigned to the negotiations. So while they were saying to everybody that, oh, we don't want leaders, but they had people who were negotiating with Dangote, who were negotiating with MFLA, and underground with NNPC. Who are those people? Leaders. What I want to tell you is that they are afraid of revolution now. They are mortally afraid of revolution now.
Sorry, sorry.
They want this thing to end as quickly as possible.
Sure, it's I know you have like maybe 5 minutes before you go. There's something that I keep telling people that they forget. They forget that Omoyele Sowore is the publisher of Sahara Reporters and does a very good work at after they say after the reggae play the blues. So later on, after all this reggae, we're going to hear the blues about how the whole thing was planned, who was planning with who was negotiating behind closed doors. All that story will come up. But my question is this: so you have been like a prophet so many months ago when you said, "Look, people, now revolution we want." And how do you feel seeing what is happening right now? Forget all these shenanigans and distractions.
No,
How
no,
does it
no
make you
problem.
feel?
You see, I did say that even though, as you know, I'm not religious, so, but I've always said that, look, there's nobody who do what we do. I mentioned Malcolm X earlier. The first person to stab Martin Luther King was a black person, at a bookshop in New York. They almost killed him. So there's nobody who is doing our work who will not get this kind of reprisal. I mentioned Malcolm X, who was attacked and killed by, supposedly, they claim members of the Nation of Islam. Martin Luther King was stabbed by a black person they claimed had mental problems. Uh, Gani Fawemi was attacked during the election, his presidential election, his way to Ondo, almost killed. Fela Likulako Kuti was attacked by students of OAU Ife one night. So these are not new things to me. I was almost killed at the University of Lagos in 1994 by court guys. And 10 years later, when I met them, they kept thanking me for putting my life on the line because that was the only reason why they weren't killed by the other rival courts or weren't injured. So you don't have to look elsewhere. This is part of the burden of leadership. But you come to prediction or forecast or prophecy, as you like to call it. Listen, it wasn't even that one is far away. When I was in detention and they were dragging me away, one day I said there will still be a revolution. It doesn't matter. And
Yes.
then last week when I went to Thursday, I went to the police department, the headquarters of the Nigerian police force. I told them, I said, by next week, there'll be millions of people on the streets. You can go and look at the video we did. And I said, by next week, we will not be asking to talk to the IG. We will be asking for the IG to be removed. I said, by the following week, we will not be asking for the removal of the IG. We'll be asking for the removal of the president. And we are close to that.
Why do you think people don't want to accept that this is a revolution? Why are they finding it difficult to accept it? Why?
Nobody knows when the revolution comes.
Okay.
Nobody knows. That's why I think it was Jill Scott Heron who sang that the revolution would not be televised. This particular uprising even caught TV stations off guard. Some of them are still not covering it. If it was not a revolution, they would have been covering it live. Till to now, some of them are still in denial. The political class is still in denial. Even the protesters themselves have not understood that this is revolution yet because they are afraid of the word revolution. And the government has planted that fear in them that if you call it a revolution, it's going to make it sound like we want to overthrow the government. How do you overthrow a government? It's to delegitimize the government. If government can no longer control law and order, that government is overthrown. And that's what is happening already. If government is forced to make a decision that is unacceptable to the people, they say yes, everything you want we have done in SARS. People still on the street, man. Because why? We are in the middle of a revolution already.
Okay, now people say, oh, Sowore doesn't support NSAS. Sowore wants to take over NSAS. All of those talks, are they going to demoralize you? Are they going to deter you?
No, no, not ever. They know that it's not. It's never. There's nothing. If anything could demoralize me, it would be that when I came out of detention, or before I came out of detention, when they came to me and said, you know, we can free you so that you go back to your wife and kids if you just stop this revolution now thing, denounce it, and apologize to the president. You remember that?
Yes, I remember.
Yes. I said, well, maybe it is time for you to get it. There is someone who is in captivity who doesn't apologize. And that's how I spent 5 months in detention. So no demoralization can happen. The truth is that it is still our ideology that is driving the streets. It is still our commitment, you know. But what I've said to people is that I don't want to take credit for what's going on now. It's a leaderless movement. The reason why it's succeeding is because nobody can pin it to any leader. So if you go and call it off now, you are wasting your time because nobody will leave the streets. You know, but that is not to say the movement will not need a leader, because otherwise it will fizzle out after a while. It must have an organic structure that keeps driving it. Otherwise, it will be like Occupy Wall Street. You remember the Occupy movement in
Yeah,
the
sure,
US?
sure, sure.
They occupied a lot of places, and everybody will say Occupy, Occupy. After a while, you know, the numbers started dwindling, and then one day the police just went and carted away their tents of the few people that were left in all those Wall Streets around the US, because it was a leaderless movement at that time, but it was an exciting movement regardless. So somehow, I think this movement will find its leaders, and I hope they're decent people. There are people, the people who are saying that we want to hijack are actually the people who have hijacked it and using it to negotiate with government. I've seen them giving very flowery motivational speeches on negotiation. But part of the attack they're saying on me is like they know I can't be part of any negotiation. It's not possible. Like I said, the only negotiation I've ever involved in is surrender of these guys
Yes,
uh, when they are finally on their knees. So
good.
we'll be nice to them and say, okay,
All right. On a final note for everybody who is looking up to you, who has been following you, who appreciates what you have done, who is not distracted by all the shenanigans, what do you want to say to all of us as we sign off?
you know, I'm saying when we are clear that the revolution is here, we will have to change the title from Revolution Now to Liberation and Freedom. Revolution Now. Aluta continua Victoria Sata. Please,
Yes.
whatever you can do to support this movement, keep doing it. Whatever you are, tweeting, engaging in protests. I heard you guys are coming out packed
Yes.
in Canada
Massive
tomorrow. Can't wait to see
Saturday.
that. All right. So I'm looking forward to that.
Yes.
We will win. I have no
Yes.
doubt.
Yes.
It's just a matter of time.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much. Thank you so much. But I want to hear you clearly. Are you supporting the NSAS protest or not?
Oh, we started it. I told you last Thursday we were the first to start. In fact, some of the flags, I mean, banners that NSAS people are using were printed by us, by
Thank
the
you.
Revolutionary Movement. Yeah. No,
Thank you.
absolutely.
Thank you so much. I
And
know
to
you
me,
have.
NSAS is just an outlet for expressing the pent up anger in the land.
Yeah.
You know, that's the part they don't get. They think this is about police reform alone. People are asking for a revolution. Simple.
All
They
right.
want to total overhaul of the system. Have a nice day, bro, and
Thank you so much. I
looking
know you
forward
have
to
to go.
take it back.
Action. Bye bye. Okay. All right, guys. That was Omoyele Sowore. If you know Sowore, you will understand how he feels about all of these things. When you worry so much about him, he says, "Hey, Chidi, Don't cry. You know that song, "Don't Cry for Me, Argentina." I said, Chidi, don't cry for me. I beg. This is what the mission is bigger than all of this. This is just a distraction. Anyway, so we had to. We can do this all the time, but really, that's not what the point is all about. It's not just bringing him to talk. The man is focused on so many things. I mean, if you have been to jail, they told you to stop talking, they sent government officials to your people have a very short memory. People forgot that this is the same Omoyele Sowore that we saw a video where they were dragging him. The same Omoyele Sowore. You see, people, honestly, now I understand what Jesus Christ went to. Sometimes it makes me want to cry. The same Sowore that we watched on TV. On TV, they were dragging him. Nobody else, nobody came and spoke for him. All these people that are talking now, nobody came out. They dragged him. We saw that hotel thing. And they locked him up. They put him in a room. He said well, you need to go and read all the stories. Tortured him. He refused to eat for 3 days. 3 days. They bundled him. That time we were looking for him everywhere. We didn't know they put him in an SSS cell in Lagos. All of us. Everybody abandoned us. Then they bundled him to Abuja. DSS tortured him, did all kinds of things. For how many? 100 and something days in detention in Abuja. Then remember all that time in court. Trying to poison him. It's the same show. We were protesting. They locked us up, tortured us. Where was everybody? When you were yabbing him, my friend, go and sit down. Why are you saying that things are bad? Things are not that bad now. You're just talk. The same person. We continued. 1 year later, we did pots and pan protests. Where was everybody? We did pots and pan protests online. They say, hey, you people are doing it online. If you know you're serious, go out to the street. On August 5th, at the anniversary of that same thing that put him in that detention. 1 year later, when the police was ready with their guns, everybody was saying, are you people stupid? Now, my cousin called me and said, hey, cadets. That's what they call me. My name is also Cadet. Cadet, it is foolish for you people to be doing, and these people are angry. They will kill you people. Don't come out on the street. Tell Sowore people shouldn't come out. But what did we do? We came out. We did everything to try to protect Sowore. We say, you're caught this, you're caught. So many, don't come out. It's too dangerous. But we came out. And again, they arrested us. They threw us in jail. You people were laughing at us. These people, I know they hear. You cannot defeat exactly. That's what they say. You cannot defeat this government. Sowore, stop. Stop deceiving people. Stop putting these young people in harm's way. Stop it. It's not good. Why are you doing this? But we continued. Then came October 1st. First of all, NLC called for protest. Said, when we called for October 1st, NLC came quickly and said, we are going to do protest on 28th. So everybody was distracted from October 1st. Say, okay, Sowore, why don't you just join NLC? Why do you keep insisting on your own? I said, bros, why don't we join? Me. I asked him, why don't we join these people, NLC? Because people are thinking that we are just doing our own thing separate. We don't like to join people. He said, Chidi, I'm telling you, go and write it down. Not be these people where I know. There is no way NLC will embark on a protest. I said, why did they talk like this? Every time you go to talk like protest, Chidi. I'm praying that it happens so, but if my name is Omoyele Sowore, I can swear to you that protest will not happen. If they are planning a protest for the 28th, have they printed banners? Do you see them mobilizing anywhere? How many days? No, it's just arranging. They'll go to the back and take money. And true to the fact of what he said, before the eve of the protest, NLC called off the protest. He said, Chidi, see what I'm telling you? Can you see what their plot? Their plot was, if we cancel October 1st and join with them, by the time they cancel their own, we'll be left with, we'll just be our protest will be disrupted. So we went ahead on October 1st while everybody folded their arms and waiting for who will be killed. We came out on October 1st. Some people say sit down, nobody coming out, nobody moving. We still came out. Lagos State said they cancelled all celebrations, shut down the place. Say if you people come out, we'll arrest you. We came out. What did they do? They arrested our people. You people were laughing at us, laughing at Sowore, laughing at Revolution Now. Chidi, you, every time you wear orange cap, every time you're shouting Revolution Now, there is nothing. Just forget this thing, and let us just reason with the government. So I don't understand. When on 4th of October, Sowore said, oh boy, they are calling for NSAS protest too, and we're going to support them fully. And we all went. Where did it start? Didn't you see it was at police headquarters? Didn't you see Sowore when they poured blood? Didn't you see him when he was talking with the police? When the police PRO came out and was addressing, he said, no, we want IG himself. Was it not at the gate of the thing? So I don't understand where this thing is coming from. But I understand, and that's why I called Omoyele Sowore. But the bottom line is, whoever they are trying to use, the youths must open their eyes. Open your eyes. This thing is bigger than what you're seeing. It is big. Sowore is not the problem. Sowore is not the problem. The problem is that it is not even NSAS. We must just stop the whole thing. It is a revolution. That is clearly what it is. Whether you're denying it, whether you want to give it another name, it is a revolution. Shebi, they were laughing. They said the protests Nigerians are not ready. Isn't that what we people said? Even you that are listening to me, did you not tell me, Chidi, forget this thing? Nigerians can never protest. Chidi, forget this thing. Yoruba and Hausa and Igbo, they are all disconnected. They will never come together. What is happening today? He said, Chidi, go and talk to your, somebody's even saying no to revolution. No, you're from government, we understand you. Loretta Onochie, sorry guys, I forgot. Like we normally do, we'd like to thank all of you from DSS, all of you from military intelligence, all of you from SSS, all of you from CID, police headquarters, Abuja, all of you from Loretta Onochie, all of you from Femi Adesina, all of you from Lai Mohammed who are watching the program right now, like we always do. We want to welcome you into this place right now. Please turn to your neighbor and tell your neighbor, say, neighbor, how this guy knows say we dey watch his program? That's just 1 minute for you guys. You know we normally do it. Anyway, so what we are saying is, we know that it is you people that are trying to scuttle this thing. So we're not angry with the organizers of Revolution Now. No, you want to get us to be angry with them. We are not angry with them. This thing is beyond them. It is a setup. Why would it be people like Omoyele Sowore that you want to discredit? Immediately you just shot that video. You just started posting the video all over the place so that what will happen? It is a revolution that is happening. We have defied everything that you people have said. Say, Chidi, you are a saboteur. Shebi you people, Chidi, you're one Nigeria, you're a saboteur. What are you hearing now? Do you hear Nnamdi Kanu also talking about this? Do you hear Nnamdi Kanu saying that IPOB is going to protect the people who are protesting? When I tell you people to think, just come to a higher level of thinking. This thing is a fight for everybody. It's not now. See, me till tomorrow, you must allow people to decide what they want to do. Biafra, calling for Biafra is a right of people. I've said it 1,000 times. If there is a referendum and the majority says yes, it happens. That is what happens in a democracy. Everybody, if there's a referendum and people say no, they want to remain in Nigeria, it happens. It's not for you to decide. So, but right now, our focus is on these people. NSAS is just a name. We all support NSAS. Somebody says, Chidi, don't flatter yourself. Sowore deserves what happened to him. Oh yeah, now what did he do? Will you wipe away Sowore's history? Will you, if the thing is about Sowore, so you really think it's about Sowore, fine, rejoice now. Sowore will continue to be Sowore. It does not remove anything from him. But the thing is, let us even remove our focus from Sowore. I had to bring Sowore for you to hear him talk. It is not about Sowore. It's not even about Nnamdi Kanu. It is not about anybody. This protest has no leader, and what we must do is to allow anybody to make us lose focus. They tried it here in Canada. We are going out on the streets on Saturday. You will hear from Canada loud and clear. But when we started organizing, they too started trying to disunite us, trying to throw the spanner in the wheel. But we are resolute. Come Saturday, we are going to be out there. We are going to be shouting end SARS. We are going to be shouting end Buhari's government. We are going to be shouting end. Everybody will come with his grievance. If you don't agree that Buhari's government will go, you shout whatever you are shouting. Some people say end hunger, end unemployment, end SWAT, end injustice. Whatever people come there, they have a right to express themselves. So let us not busy ourselves focusing on the things that are not important. People who do not like Sowore, they don't like him because of his courage. They don't like him because... Why do you think people don't like revolution now? When revolution starts, it goes sweep. It goes sweep people. And the people, when the revolution goes sweep, they have to do everything humanly possible to make sure that this revolution does not happen. So we know very well. We know the people who are afraid of a revolution. But you see, like Sowore said a long time ago, you cannot stop an action that its time has reached. Anything where the time don't reach, you cannot stop it. Make we pack the revolution for side. Make we dey do our protest, they go. Let's keep living in self-denial. When it happen, it go happen. Like we said, the revolution will not be televised. It will not be on TV. It will not be on radio. We'll just keep on talking. We'll just keep on doing what we're doing. We'll even dance, so we're going to dance. We're going to chop. We're going to rejoice. But the thing where they happen, they happen. Somebody said, why are they doing a show? Why are they doing all that? I said, look me in the eye. That is how a revolution is started. That is how it is done. I need you to see my eyes. That's how it is done. We'll be eating, we'll be dancing, we'll be doing shows, but where are we doing it? We no block road. We no put everything to a standstill. When everything is shut down, when everything is to a standstill, who do you think is the government? Who do you think is the government? Okay, have you ever thought, do you know that the government is in great wahala now? They are so confused. Even the demands that everybody is asking of the police, you think they can do it? The thing hooked them. No, he hooked them like a fly wey perch for bad junction. You know, there's a kind of scratch that these people that sell medicine say. They say Oko junction. Oko junction is the scratch that is scratching you in the junction. Don't ask me which place is junction. Now, when says a fly perch for your junction, you are in trouble, because if you don't remove the fly, that fly will suck you and will put disease and you will die. It's very painful. If you now decide to use a stick to kill that fly, what will happen to your blockers is a story for another day. So that is what is happening. If they will have to prosecute all the police officers that have been caught pants down, killing people, maiming people, doing all, and their names have been published. They will have to prosecute all of them. By prosecuting them, they have ties to Oga. Sometimes it is the Oga on at the top that commissioned that mission that you saw, that operation. So if they begin to call names, they will call the name of that Oga. So you see, it is a big deal. And if they begin to pay the kind of salary that we are requesting for them to pay, when they finish with police, they will have to do with another one, do with another one. How about the unemployed youths who are right there in that protest ground? Have you taken care of them? You are not thinking about them. When you say reform the police, you are not thinking about reforming the people who are on site. Oh, all those boys. So after all those boys, after we don't reform the police, what are we going to do to all those boys there? Now, just tell me, what are we will those boys after they achieve a good payment for police, after they achieve good condition for police, they will all go home and sleep in uncompleted building where they came from to that protest? Or this food that they are getting, they are serving them food 3 times a day, serving them ice cream. Some of them, they have not eaten croissant before. They are serving them foods that they have not eaten. I say kudos to all the people who are contributing in this thing. 100%. I am fully in support. I am actually going to open, in fact, let me announce, I'm opening a GoFundMe. I've been holding myself, say, Chidi, if you do this thing now, money, people, but man, I no agree again. I'm going to do that because a lot of demands are on me to support, and I'm not waiting anymore. Call me name, say, Chidi, they chop money, I don't care. You will still call me that name, whether I do or no do. So I'm going to open the GoFundMe. I'm going to support all the people that I know. They go out there, they shout, they send me video, live videos, they send me stories. They don't have jobs. I have to support them. And the government, when you finish with SARS, since it is SARS that is the issue, when you finish with SARS, we go remind you, when you finish with improving the condition of the police, then we will remind you of the condition of every youth that is in that place. They left school 20 years ago. They don't have jobs. Graduates with master's degree right there in that field. You think a lot of them have work and you're seeing them there? Yes, a lot of them, they miss their jobs to come and stay in that place. But let me tell you the truth, greater percentage of those people, they don't have jobs. They don't. Very little opportunity for them. So what are you talking about? But it's okay. People who don't, maybe the rate at which we are moving is too drastic for some people. I understand. And we must carry everybody along. So no problem. We can cool down. We can slow down. We join NSAS movement, fully in support of NSAS movement. We will wear black. We will go there. We will do everything humanly possible. But I'm telling you, we already know where we they go. We know where we they go, and so we go do it. So, guys, I really want to thank you for coming out there. Don't let anybody don't let us be distracted. Omoyele Sowore is good. Everybody that is doing their own thing is good. Some people came to me and said, "Oh, Chidi, I can't believe what Nnamdi Kanu said about Omoyele Sowore." See, I didn't hear Nnamdi Kanu criticize Omoyele Sowore, say Omoyele Sowore do. Any day you hear Nnamdi Kanu say Omoyele Sowore said this, did that, cut the video and send it to me. I'm telling you, you misinterpret people, what they say and what they do. Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of a group of people. He has his base. He is talking to his base. He is mobilizing his base. If you are not part of his base, then belong to the base so that you understand the workings of that base. When he gives instruction, he gives instruction to the members of his base. When he's talking to everybody, he's talking to everybody who understands him, who understands his ideology. You don't leave the issue and you are just some people just are busy. What they like is you're not helping the people protesting. You're even when I'm dialoguing with you, when me and you have, when you, because I don't fight with you, when you're busy posting trash on my social media handles, your mates are out there protesting. You're busy attacking me, attacking people, just concocting stories, fanning anything that you think. So what is your end game? what do you want to prove in the end? What do you really want to achieve? I don't know. If what you are saying, if what you're doing does not improve what is on board right now, then you should just go and pack. Leave the people who are doing what they are doing. Let them do what they are doing. Nnamdi Kanu has been giving protests. He's been mobilizing his people. He said women in US are contributing money. Are they not IPOB women? Are they not Biafrans? Are they not going to give food to everybody? When they give food, would they say, no, if you're a Biafran, raise up your hand, let's give you food? The food that the Biafran IPOB women are raising, the money they are raising for food that Nnamdi Kanu announced, is it not going to be used for is it not all Nigerians? The cards that were the flyers that were seized, were they not printed by Revolution Now movement? Is it not NSAS that were on the flyers? Those big banners that you saw that were used, that were printed, was it not Revolution Now? Is it everything that people will start talking about? Nobody is against this thing. Nobody is trying to lead it. So when they start saying it, you think everybody that says it is on your side? Don't you hear that federal government has released 200 and something million to fight on the internet? So when they release these things, do not be the one spreading it for them. You understand? Focus on the protest, focus on the mission, and we'll eventually get what we want. All right, guys. Make we go back to go continue wetin we dey do. We dey plan for protest tomorrow. If you are in Canada, any city in Canada, there is a protest happening in your city, or there's a protest happening in a city near you in Canada, tell one to tell another. Let's come out with our black t-shirt, black cloth, black everything. Let us support if you don't have black, wear anything that you want to wear. As a matter of fact, wear anything you want to wear and come. It is accepted. Canada is a free country. Anything you are coming with, come. I don't care if you want to come with anything, come. We will do our protest and nobody will stop us. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Now that's our show for today. Please make sure that you subscribe to our channel. Some of you people who are, I don't know, please subscribe to our channel. And from all of us here in the Toronto studios of Worship Media, my name is still Dr. Chidi, and on behalf of Dr. Erica, who is making sure that all these things are working. You see, when you see me looking good, there's somebody that is doing the main work. So big ups to her, and big ups to all of you who have been helping us with internet security, advising us, giving us support, logistics, and all of that. Big ups to you, and one love. When we set up this this GoFundMe, we'll publish it, and because we don't know how long this thing is going to last, and we'll do everything to. So if you like, say, Chidi, you're supporting terrorism. If you like, probe me. I know what you will do. If you like, shut down the account, we'll open another one. Another person will open it with their name. We'll do everything humanly possible to support these people. But please take care of yourself. I love you. Bye-bye.